What is up, guys? My name is Robert Donaldson, and today we are back with another conference tournament preview and futures picks and predictions episode. And today we are focusing on the Patriot League. And listen, we're not going to spend too much time on the Patriot League because this league plays very heavily to chalk historically, and especially recently. Colgate has separated themselves firmly from the pack, and I do have a futures play in here that I do like. You will have to have Bovada to place it, or at least another book that offers a similar style of bet. But let's kind of go through it here. At the first line, we have an 8-9 matchup between Loyola Maryland and Holy Cross, and the winner of that is going to be playing Colgate. So they're essentially just going to slaughter out of this 8-9 matchup. And listen, I think Holy Cross is the better team here. So this actually might be a bettable game as far as just kind of this individually goes. So I am going to take Holy Cross in this first 8-9 matchup to advance to the quarterfinals in that first matchup there. And then for the 7-10, we have American going up against Bucknell. And this is an interesting matchup for the next round as far as that goes, because American's actually a capable team of beating the higher end teams in this conference. And listen, I don't think Bucknell is very good at all. So let's take American to advance to the quarterfinals here to play Navy in round two. And as we kind of go up to the top of this bracket once again, we have Colgate going up against Holy Cross, and this is probably going to be a 20-point win for Holy Cross, or for Colgate rather. This is just how it goes in this conference tournament every single year. Very few times has Colgate actually gotten a game within 3 possessions in this conference tournament. And the one year they did, it was in the championship. They did lose to Boston University, but that was about 3 years ago, I believe. 1 year before the COVID year, maybe the COVID year. And as we kind of go down to this 4-5 matchup with Army and Boston University, this is actually going to be a fun game. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I think Army is the better team here, so I'm going to go chalk. I'm going to take Army to advance to the semifinals to take on Colgate in the next round. And then as we look at this American Navy matchup, this is one where there's definitely potential value here for betting American. I don't think Navy is that good. They are the 2 seed in this conference, sure, but I don't think they are the second best team in this conference. I would say it's even a toss up between them being the third or fourth best team in this conference. That said, I am still going to take them here to advance to the semifinal round. And then as we work down to the 3-6 matchup with Lehigh and Lafayette, I like Lehigh. I really like how this Lehigh team has played and finished out the year. I think they are a very capable team in this matchup, and I think this next round of the semifinals with Navy is going to be very interesting. But let's head up back to the top of the bracket again, where we have Colgate taking on Army. And again, you got to go Colgate. You just got to force Colgate all the way to the championship in this conference tournament every single year. If you are trying to dabble with an upset, you're just being too cute. I mean, that's truly how it goes. Maybe they get upset in the championship game, but highly unlikely. And so as you go to this next semifinals matchup between Navy and Lehigh, here is where our futures bet's going to come into play. And I'll tell you why, because we're going to take Lehigh to beat Navy in this matchup. They split the season series. They're both really good games. And essentially, as we kind of work to this championship game, I'm going to take Colgate. I don't know if that was too obvious or not. But essentially, the one bet on the board that I do like, if you are willing to place a future on the Patriot League, is you look at the to reach the Patriot Championship game style of bet, and you look at Lehigh, and you see plus 350 odds. Listen, they are on the opposite side of the bracket to Colgate. They only really have to beat Navy to get to that plus 350. You're essentially parlaying a win over Lafayette and a win over Navy for plus 350 odds. I mean, that's very doable. And again, American could definitely steal an upset win over Navy. It wouldn't be entirely shocking to me, to be honest. So if you, I am going to place this one bet. I haven't placed it yet, but as of right now on Bovada, I'm going to throw 1 unit down on Lehigh at to reach the Patriot Championship game at plus 350 odds. And that is going to do it for the Patriot League here. If you guys have other picks or you guys have different takes on this conference, definitely drop them down below. I would love to hear them. And with all that being said, y'all, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.